to Harry Potter Book Club Week 3.5. Sorry about last week, it was the 4th of July and I just didn't have time to read the book and watch the movie, so we skipped a week. We're back now. This week was Prisoner of Azkaban, and it's surprised me in its quality. The previous 2 entries to the series had side plots that could be completely disregarded and not really affect the plot, as we've seen in the movies. But this one, J.K. Rowling had really refined the formula and made something that you couldn't remove anything from. Beautiful and an amazing piece of plot. The narrative is unbogged down by unnecessary elements. All the foreshadowing is brilliantly thought out, and I honestly enjoyed it more than the other two. After this, the books become considerably longer, so I'm not going to say they've hit their stride yet, but I have a feeling this is the inklings of Harry Potter mania. Now, as far as the movie is concerned, this is where the movies hit their stride. Warner Brothers, I think, at this point realized that Harry Potter was going to be an incredibly profitable property for them, and really decided to sink the budget into it to make it an amazing franchise. They switched to a director that really knew how to adapt movies. I'm not going to hide it. I personally despise the person who directed the first 2 films for his shameful adaptation of the Percy Jackson movie. That's another rant for another day. We're going to have to move on. The movie for Prisoner of Azkaban is basically the perfect storm. There's nothing that needed to be removed from the plot that had to be removed from the movie. It was beautiful, it was well constructed, it kept everything sound, and the few things they changed in order to make the narrative work is still functional and beautiful. I honestly have enjoyed Prisoner of Azkaban more than I've enjoyed the other 2, which is surprising to me, because when I was little, I really didn't. I found this book to be below average by comparison to those 2, and it really has surprised me with how engaging it was. I lost hours to this book, and I didn't feel it. Like, I remember reading one night, and it was midnight, and then I look up at the clock, what it felt 10 minutes later, and it was 2 in the morning. And I'd read 100 pages. So it was amazing, it was entertaining, it was engaging. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Next week is going to be my fondest childhood memories and a little bit of a personal bias, because I loved this book when I was little, and I loved the movie when it came out, so there'll be problems with it that I'm not going to want to mention, and I'm going to anyway. But next week's Goblet of Fire, and I'll see you guys then.